In this video, I was at the capital of the Valencian region called Valencia. This city was founded in the year of 138 BC by the Romans. Then it was conquered by the Visigoths, aka Germanic tribes, aka fear of Latin countries during 5th and 7th centuries. And by the way, this cathedral was built by them. But then comes the 8th century. The century when entire Iberian Peninsula was conquered by the Muslims. And so in the year of 714, with the conquest of Valencia, that church was converted to the mosque. But then, in the year of 722, began a Reconquista. During the Reconquista, it became a few times Christian, then it was again conquered by Muslims, and eventually, in the year of 1238, Valencia became fully Christian, and it was reconquered by the Crusaders of the King James I of Aragon. And in the year of 1262, this building became again cathedral. And after the Reconquista were also built popular present-day sites, such as quad towers. In fact, there are 12 quad towers around the city, but I will show you only one of them. In the Middle Ages, Valencia was surrounded by walls and these towers, like most of European cities were. There were also built huge amount of churches, bridges which were based on the river Turia. By the way, the bridges are still standing, even though the river dried up in 1957. So, the year is 1469. A guy named Ferdinand II of Aragon controlled most of the eastern part of the Iberian Peninsula, as well as the southern part of Italy. Married Isabella I of Castile, who ruled these lands. With their marriage, they united Spain, discovered a new world, and defeated the last Arab emirate on the Iberian Peninsula. Then their grandson, Charles the Thief, became the first Habsburg to rule Spain, the true gigachad of his time. Just look at the lands he ruled. And also during his reign, the Valencians revolted against his government. A few years later, the rest of the former Aragonese kingdoms revolted against him. And you know what? Charles the Thief won! Like a real gigachad alpha male, who is attracted to every woman and man of the planet. In 1609 there was an expulsion of Moriscos and Jews, most of whom, by the way, lived in Valencia. With this expulsion, the Spanish economy began to decline. Everything was fine, until this beauty called Charles II died without any successor. And so then comes the War of the Spanish Succession, where the French Bourbon dynasty won. By the way, even now Spain is ruled by the Bourbon dynasty. And so since 1714, the same dynasty is ruled in France and Spain, until one Italian boy came to these countries. I will tell you more about him when I visit France. So don't forget to like and subscribe, it really motivates me to make more videos. So, what Napoleon did for Spain? Nothing special, he simply conquered it along with Portugal and many other countries, overthrew the Spanish and many other monarchs, and installed one of his bros, Jose I as the king of Spain. And when the French left Spain, the man who had been a king of Spain before the Napoleonic invasion returned to rule Spain. His name was Ferdinand the Sound. And in 1814 was a triumphal welcome of him, which took place in Valencia. I want to note that instead of Madrid he chose Valencia. During the rest of the 19th century there were 3 Carlist wars, industrialization of Valencia and many other cities. The First Spanish Republic, which lasted only 1 year, in 1865 started demolition of Valencian wall, from which left, mentioned earlier, quarter towers. And also in 1898 the American-Spanish War was fought, where freedom came to Spanish colonies. At that time the Philippines, Puerto Rico and Cuba were still Spanish colonies. At the beginning of the 20th century, Spain wasn't a powerful state. It wasn't as industrialized as, for instance, its northern neighbor France, until the outbreak of the First World War. Spain didn't participate in the First World War, and, as you know, countries that fight get nothing, and countries that don't participate in wars get richer. So Spain began to improve its economy and industrialize, while its neighbors sat in the trenches. Then, in 1931, the Second Spanish Republic was created, and it even lived for more than 1 year. And in 1936, Valencia even became the capital of Spain during Spanish Civil War. And so there were 2 sides in the Spanish Civil War, the nationalists and the Republicans. The Republicans were supported by the USSR and Mexico, while the nationalists were supported by Germany and Italy. So you know who won. In 1937, the nationalists and their supporters brutally bombed Valencia. And in 1939, with the capitulation of Valencia, the Spanish Civil War was ended, and a dictator named Francisco Franco came to power to rule Spain. A few months later, the Second World War began. Francisco Franco was supposed to help Hitler and Mussolini, but he didn't think so. Yes, that's right. It's a world war again, and Spain is neutral. But this time the rule countries that fight get nothing and countries that don't fight get rich didn't work. So after the end of Second World War, no one wanted to trade with Spain because it didn't choose any side. So Spanish economy declined even further. In 1956, Spain lost the north in Morocco, with the exception of two cities. In 1957, Valencia was flooded, and the city was reconstructed. That reconstructed that today instead of a river there, I don't even know how to code, but it's definitely not a river. In the early 1960s, Valencia's economy began to recover, with an increase in immigration caused by creation of new infrastructure and stuff like that. In 1975, Francisco Franco died, and the monarchy in Spain was restored. In 1982, an autonomous region called Valencian Community was created, and Valencia became its capital. From the 1990s to this day, Valencia has become a popular tourist destination for these gentlemen.
My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Max.
British tourists. Love them. By the way, British geezers must live in Valencia or the Valencia community. And I mean, like, really? I never heard so many English spoken on the streets as in Valencia. I think that 21st century, Valencia looks like a city of the future. Just take a look at these buildings. By the way, this is a museum. When I walked around it, I felt like I am in 2070s. So this is the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video.